everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man looking so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Ba-doo, ba-doo, doo, 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 ba-doo, ba-doo, doo, 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 doo. I'm dreaming of a Washington playoff berth. Even though we lost last week, we still have the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Eagles again, and the Giants noise. We can still make it as a 7th seed. And I am dreaming of a Washington playoff berth. No matter what those Cowboys fans say. And I will continue to have hope no matter what, because Washington football plays. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still here. We're still here. I don't care what everybody said. I don't care what you saw on Sunday. Washington Football Weekly is live and in your living room on Wednesday, playing meaningful football in December. Let's go. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I had to have some joy because this week has been rough. Let me tell you.
Well, first off, before you jump, let me add something. Well, did that not remind you? You remember back in the day, the song that never ends? Like I was really thinking it was going to end, and then it kept on going.
I was trying to sit here and be like, is he ad-libbing this, or does he have this written down somewhere? Like, what?
I really thought it was going to end like 3 minutes prior, but he just kept on going. Do you think, bro? This is the song that never ends.
Right.
It goes on and on, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you saw on Monday and if you saw yesterday, the Cowboys in the Let's Talk Football family, the Cowboys fans in the Let's Talk Football family just roasted me, just tore me to shreds. And I had to show them I am still here, ladies and gentlemen, like we had said last week, and like still. We still want you, okay? Believe it. But look, I'm not alone, because if I was alone, it'd be rough. But I got my guys. I got my guy over here, the new proud papa of the second boy, Mr. Will Kramer. Let's go, Daddy. Let's go, Daddy.
Open my eyes. You got me for an hour, and then I'm done.
Let's go. I can dig it, my guy. And you already see who's here. You already see, the man who will fight anybody that talks about his squad. My guy, Mr. Washington Football Weekly himself. Ablo in the building. Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I will fight anybody. I don't care. Like, y'all should see these chats. Man, I'll be going off.
Come on now.
Sean be like, y'all start them up again? Shit.
Do I need to get back into Redskins Hub again to listen to you yelling at people?
No. It's in our group chat for the fantasy league. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had to sit there and one of them like, look, this would be funny in something else. Can we take it? And then John brought you back into it. I was like, come on, man.
I wanted it all that day, bro.
I understand. But look, like we alluded to real quick, we know we want to talk about this game, but like we alluded to real quick, got to shout out my guy. got to spend a little bit of time to shout out my guy, Will, and his wife, Trisha, on their new baby, Connor. Yes. We love it, man. Hey, that's what's up, man. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, he's 1 week old today.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
1 week old. He's already gained like a pound, so he's eating like a champ, and yeah, we're doing well.
Let's
Good
go.
stuff, man. I love hearing that, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you already know the colors that he's donning this early in life. Ha!
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Now, is Trish a fan too, or is she just don't care?
She doesn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, she grew up in Wisconsin, so but she doesn't care much about the Packers, and she thinks it's a happier house when Washington wins. So
yeah.
See, there you go. That's how you keep the house. That's how
right.
That's how you keep that shit.
I can dig it. You know, we have something similar in my house. With my wife's cat's fan of the Lions, so whenever we win, it's a positive house because they ain't winning anything.
Unfortunately, no.
They're not. Yeah. Look, when we won and they won, it was Christmas already. So we already had our Christmas. So let's get into it. But look, ladies and gentlemen, you already know. You see what we're wearing. We're all still here, ladies and gentlemen, on Washington Football Weekly. And we talked big and bad. I boasted on every show that I'm on. Washington was going to do it. Unfortunately, we came up short. Washington fell short to Dallas 27-20. It was ugly early. We went down 24-0. That defense for Dallas was played out of its mind, but we helped them. Let's be clear. We helped them. And that second half, we definitely came back, but it came up just short. Will, I'm coming to you first. Where do we go, man? Talk to me. Talk to me about this one.
Yeah, I think you said it was ugly early. I mean, I would almost say it was downright horrendous early. Yes. Like, and from, I will say this. It's really good that we're doing this on a Wednesday and this isn't on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Monday night right after. We've had a chance to, calm down a little bit, had a chance to review, some analysis, some film and kind of see what happened, because it was just like one of these like halves where everything that could go wrong was going wrong.
Yep.
And it wasn't even like, in my opinion, like everyone was responsible for something on every single play. It was like we'd have a situation where, receivers open and our quarterback doesn't hit it. And then the next time, the very next play, offensive line doesn't block anybody, and the very next play, the receivers don't get open, and it's like everyone was just, they were just out of sync in that first half. And it was just crazy. I think some of the things I also saw with this, and I think we're going to get into kind of some positions and some players and whatnot. So I've got a little bit more, but like overall, I also thought like shit just happened in that game. Like some of the big plays by Dallas's defense, as you kind of mentioned, we were a part of that. Like that interception by Randy Gregory, the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get blocked by Leno. And so then he tipped it to himself to catch. Like that was kind of, and it was a great play by him. I don't want to take that away from him. It was a tremendous play by him, like Montez Sweat did the year before, and so it was like this fluke play that they got. Then the other one on that Micah Parsons strip sack, again, he bull rushed Brandon Sheriff. Hats off to him for putting on this pressure. But if you look back and watch the film on that play, Curtis Samuel was wide open for the ball. Him and Ricky Seals-Jones ran into each other on crossing patterns, so Heineke had to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, because when he was about to get tackled, Gallimore was right here, Curtis Samuel was right behind him. He couldn't throw the ball. He couldn't see him. But if he had that extra time, the entire field was open. If they had completed that pass, which was just going to be a little dump off, the entire field was open. And there was just like split-second plays that could have been made that would have been so dramatic. And it was very tough to see. And then the last thing I noticed in it, before we get into kind of like position and player specifics, is we cannot afford to not make plays out there. Like we had interceptions in our hands that we dropped.
Yes.
And we can't afford. We don't have the team right now. We don't have the depth. We don't have the health to sustain some of that stuff. And that's what happened in the first half. We dropped interceptions. We stopped them on third down, only to be offsides.
Yeah.
To give them another play that they score a touchdown on. Like we shot ourselves in the foot many times in that game, and it only just made it, so much of a detriment that our quarterback was not understanding how to get out of it. So that's where I'll pause from here. I got more to say, but I want to let others give a chance to say some things.
Yeah, and have been it just built, and it kept building, and it just kept building, and it was like that snowball down the hill as the avalanche affected. And you know what I mean? It was we know the issues of Heineke. We know his shortcomings, but it was like every one of those got exposed. The O-line got exposed. They came right through, and it was just kind of like there was certain, like that fourth down. There were certain times where just, all right, take the sack, live to see another day. We kept going. He got hit, and credit to Micah, because Micah blew through that line and got right to him. So at a certain point, you can't do anything to that. But at the same time, it's like, dang, man, let's live. What did you think, man?
So Micah just blowing through the line. I was yelling at the TV. I was like, at least pinch the bitch. I was screaming. I was so mad. So mad. At least pinch him. Like it was crazy. These games I get up for though, I can't be mad at anything like this because literally, like, I won't use injuries because we haven't used injuries past 4 weeks. So why start using it now? But Dallas did a very good job of doing putting us out of our rhythm and honestly making Taylor Heineke win the game for us, which sure as shit, he didn't win the game for us. In fact, he was part of the reason why we lost that game. So Dallas did a very good job. I can't even hate on it. Dallas, everything that we said last week what Washington needed to do in order to win the game, they didn't do it. They didn't listen to us this week, guys. They didn't listen to us. So I mean, I really can't say too much more than that. The keys to victory, they totally didn't do. And then everyone's going to shit on Antonio Gibson for fumbling. Yeah, he fumbled at the end of the game when we were getting our momentum back and everything like that. But guys, he should have never been in that position in the first place. We should have never been in that position to be losing at that moment anyway. And we can't sit there and blame one person when we had a whole 3 quarters of bad football. You know what I'm saying? Like we just all of a sudden showed up in the fourth. So to me, it was a group effort in losing this game. We didn't deserve to win. It would have been nice to eke one out because Dallas sure as shit was trying to give it to us.
Yeah.
But,
come on now.
We didn't deserve that win, guys. We definitely didn't.
No. And to your point, Ab, look, they beat us in time of possession. That's one of the things that we said we needed to do. We needed to keep them off the field, and we needed to keep our guys on the field. They beat us in that. Last week, we talked about this, Ab, third downs. Last week, Raiders were 2 of 8 on third downs, and we were something like 7 of 13 or something like that. This week is the opposite. Yeah. Right. This week we're 3 or 4. We can't do it now. Now a lot of that is that defense. Let's go ahead and give credit where credit's due. That Dallas defense played up to it. But like you said, we gave them a lot of this. And Will, come back to you, man. Look, my 3 things: penalties, and in the grand scheme of things, if you look at the stat sheet, we both had I believe it was 6 or 7 penalties apiece. But it was the timing in which our penalties came out. It was the timing in which we got those penalties. Turnovers. Turnovers was another thing. You know what I mean? You talk about and the lack of turnovers. The ones that we gave up and the ones that we could have taken from them. I think it was Bobby McCain that had that one interception that he dropped. And it was kind of like, you do that, we stop their drive. We can completely shut them down. And then, like I said before, third down. So, Will, I mean, it was an all-around effort, and it was a valiant effort to come back, but at the same time, we put ourselves in that situation.
100%. That's what we talked about. The very first drive of the game, Dak threw it right into Kendall Fuller's arms and he dropped it. We could have had the ball at our own 40-yard line and been marching. When we did intercept the ball, when Dak sailed that pass and right into Landon Collins' arms, we didn't do anything with it. Yeah. We didn't get a field goal. No, we didn't get a field goal. We were down 24-0 at half. Like, we couldn't even move the ball. One thing I will say this, and I didn't realize it until the start of the game. I didn't realize that Randy Gregory came back for Dallas for the first time. There's a lot of talk on the broadcast that essentially this was the first time. I'm a big person believing that the NFL is constantly studying film and learning tendencies on players, which is why you see teams rise and fall throughout the season. And we were up against a Dallas D that we had never seen before. This was the first time. Gallimore was back finally. Gregory's back. They've got Parsons healthy. They've got DeMarcus Lawrence back. And Dan Quinn said he was salivating, I got my horses back. I can finally start doing something. And we got completely caught off guard by it. But that's no excuse, We talked a little bit about Heineke and what he was doing is he's played well in the last couple of weeks because we've had a lead or we've been even. And I don't think he knows how to come from behind unless it's I'm going to be a gunslinger,
right?
Right. And this is the one nice thing is because this isn't detrimental. He really needs to go back and watch some film, and these coaches need to be showing him what he missed because, as we said, what the are those throws over the middle that he was doing? Yeah, twice. Yeah, there was 3 or 4 Dallas defenders, and then he chucked it over the middle. That's not helping. He needs to realize that the game is 60 minutes. You can be down 18-0, and you're not out of it. Right. You need to chip away at it. And he needs to do the things that he does to help us chip away. And that play that McLaurin got hurt on, that he kept saying, go downfield. He had a first down to Curtis Samuel.
He had 2. There was 2 of them there.
Yeah. There were 2 guys open.
Wide open.
Curtis Samuel was at the sticks just sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's it's fine to do this. Dump it. Yeah. He needs to go back to seeing the field and seeing what can I take that's going to get us positive yards to keep moving things, because that type of gunslinger mentality, that type of Rex Grossman-esque, is not going to get you success in the NFL. The other thing I didn't like is until the second half, I thought it took us too long to make our coaching adjustments. It's fine. The first 15, 20 plays are scripted. And you're running these plays to see what tendencies the Dallas defense is giving you and what are you going to do to set up something later. But when our offensive line was getting crushed as much as it was and couldn't contain their pass rush and we couldn't run the ball, and so they're just teeing off on us, we needed to make an adjustment, and we didn't. We needed to change the tempo of the game. We needed to start going with some quick game and quick hitters to get the ball out of Heineke's hands, because he has a tendency to hold on to it. We needed to go no huddle, to not let them substitute and let them get gassed out there. We need to go RPO to freeze those blitzers that are coming, and we didn't do it. We weren't making the adjustments on the fly in the first quarter, in the second quarter, to say, okay, this ain't working. We're getting stuffed here. What adjustments can we make? And I was really disappointed to see that.
Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head with tempo. I think, and it's funny because when they started going no huddle, I was gonna message you guys and be like, this is what we need. Keep that defense. Don't let that defense regroup. And even the commentator said it at one point once we stopped going no huddle. They gave the Cowboys defense an opportunity to get some fresh legs in there. You saw those guys on the sidelines with their hands on their hips. Keep going no huddle. Keep getting that quick stuff. But Ab, I'm coming to you. I mean, let's be really honest with this thing. Will had mentioned it the week or two before when Will and Ab did the show, dominated the game. I gotta shout out my people. Gotta shout them out. Let's go. But you talked about it all off season about injuries and being and that's our worst fear. We got it. We came into the game injured, and we definitely lost a bunch of people in the game, and they came back healthy. To Will's point with Gregory, D. Law, Barrymore. All these guys are in there. So, look, all things considered, we play with half a team, right, Ab?
And that's what I was going to rebuttal with, guys, is that the reason why we couldn't do all of that is because we didn't have enough people. You know what I'm saying? And especially the injuries that were happening and during the game, guys, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, this is probably the first time I've seen a quarterback go in and out like 3 times in a game. Like, that was literally one of the first times I've ever seen that. And it was kind of crazy to me, is because, it looked like he was injured after like the first one, and he should have probably never gone back out there. I thought the offense moved a little bit better with Kyle Allen in there. I hate to say it, but yeah.
First down on the first play.
My man, just like, he's a different quarterback than Taylor Heineke. And like, you can tell, the confidence, the experience, you saw it there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he handled the game, especially coming off the bench. He handled it so perfectly. And it just, like, to me, like, all these injuries during the game was not a very good thing. Like, we couldn't do any of that switching up. And to me, what I was really worried about is that they would move on from the stuff that once we had that first mishap in the first quarter, I knew they were going to be like, oh, let Taylor Heineke throw again. And that just, to me, I knew that's what we were going to resort to. And that's when we lose games, guys. Taylor can't take the game and for us to win. Like, it just doesn't happen. It does not happen when he's the front runner leading the charge. He just needs to take a back seat, let a few running backs go in front of him, and then whenever they're like, okay, you can have the ball here, like, make it work then. But to me, it was a whole bunch of force and not enough finesse.
So well said. So well said. You know, and one of the things we showed that picture in our text thread of McLaurin versus the Raiders, how they had 4 guys covering him, and we kept saying, like, Terry keeps getting these plays, he keeps getting catches, Dallas finally said, you're not going to do this. Anyone else on your team can beat us, but it's not going to be Terry. And we don't have the guys to do that right now. There's no one out there making plays. Cam Sims made a wonderful catch. I want to give all the credit. That was one heck of a play, but we need more. Like, this team needs him consistently, not just one great catch a game. And like you said, that forced Heineke in his mind to say, I got to take over this game.
Right.
And like you said, that he is not that guy. He probably will never be that guy, but he is not that guy right now to be successful.
And at least, and let me say this, I'm sorry, Sean. At least it's not the recipe here for him. It's not. And like, maybe he can go somewhere else when they have a better support system, better backups. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not on the COVID list hardcore in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it maybe that will help him out. But right here, right now, this team, and honestly, we were injured way before this game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were like on our 3rd center, like 5th left tackle. You get what I'm saying? Like, and guys, that may sound like I'm exaggerating. I am not. I am not exaggerating. 3rd center and probably even 4th center, tell you the truth. 4th center. We're on 4th center and like our 5th tackles. Like, you guys, like, this is crazy. No team has done well when they are resorting to backups like this. Again, I'm not trying to use this as a cop-out on why we lost. We lost because we didn't show up to play football. Boom. But like, injuries were a factor here. You know what I'm saying? And I'll even say it right now. I think we might have a chance at the second game, guys.
Oh yeah. Oh, I believe it. I definitely.
I normally would have said, like, I thought we'd win at home and lose on the road. Now I'm excited for that Sunday night game, provided we get players back.
Well, right.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Alibi players coming back. Exactly. That's what I said.
We gonna need that. What I was trying to say is There was a brief De'Ami Brown sighting. And then he was right. And then he was right out of the game. He came
Oh my God.
He said his name. I said De'Ami. And then he was right out of the game. So
He fell.
Guys,
terrible.
one thing that another thing I want to home in on is that we need, as last week we even said that we need another person to step up, and the one person to step up was Cam Sims. It should have been De'Ami Brown. It should have been Curtis Samuels. Y'all see he's hurt again, bro.
Hamstring this time. Yep.
So it was Cam Sims, and honestly, that was the one thing that they maybe listened to us about, but they didn't involve him more. You know what I'm saying? It was that one play, maybe like that was the touchdown play, like he had, and everything else was. But they should have had him more involved, especially when they're double teaming and triple teaming Terry. What are you doing?
Yeah. The only people I feel like listened to us was Dallas's defense, and when we said we want Dallas, they said, "Oh, word! Oh, really?" We got you on that. Yo, got to shout out some people watching. Yo, Arthur Coates watching said, I agree with everything you guys are saying. Go Washington. Shout out to you, man. Yeah. Hey, we tell it like we see it, man.
Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. And then Anthony said, I missed the first half, but bruh, Washington football team was nasty in the second half. Ron must have threatened to leak out all the players' DMs if they didn't go out there and knock. Hey, they did something.
So actually, Cole Holcomb did mention this in his postgame. They said, like, what changed? And he said, Ron yelled at us to band out there.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, he got on them at halftime.
Here we go.
Can we say how good? Like, do a shout out for how good Holcomb was. Like, honestly, like that. I tell you, when he first got here, I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling him, and like, but year after year, he slowly has been progressing, guys.
Oh, jeez.
That's
De'Ami
right.
Brown.
De'Ami's doing bad.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Cole Holcomb is saving the day.
You got nothing
Target
yet.
Let's go.
I'm not saying that we need to give him a full top pay contract, but like he's definitely a grinder. He definitely has some pride in the way he plays football. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I wouldn't mind him back on a new contract, guys. I really wouldn't. Definitely.
I love seeing him out there. And that, man, I was sitting here like, even in that second half, I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep watching this. Who am I if I'm going to sit here and tell people keep sticking with your team and I'm giving up after the first half? And that interception, woo! I don't know if the neighbors were asleep, but I woke them up. I was like, oh, here we go.
Guys, my kids, they get, like, honestly, they use this time when I'm screaming at the TV to be loud. So like, and it's like literally like I'm like mother, and they're like they're like oh man, my son he's getting engaged, and then when I'm like cheering, he's like yeah, daddy, yeah. I love it, guys. I love it, man.
Let's go. I love it, yo. All right, man, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and move on, ladies and gentlemen, and to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or hate it. Yay, yo, buddy, here we go. Yo, so got to do this, and if you don't know, like it, love it, or hate it is where we just tell you how we feel about certain topics, some of them dealing with the game, some of them dealing with the team, some of them just in general. And we're going to go ahead and start off with Washington's defense in the Dallas game. I'll start off with this. I'm going to tell you, I actually liked it. You know, and we've seen how the struggles that Dak has had. We've seen, obviously, that we gave them an 18-point cushion and we opened them up. But honestly, I feel like there was a point in the game where we easily could have just said, hey, we'll mail it in and forget it. But that second half, we came to play. We sat there and shut down that offense. They were 1 of 6 in the red zone. Being down 24-0 in the first half and seeing that stat, we shut that offense down. That D played out of his mind, yes, but I think we did good. I definitely like what we did on defense. Can't love it because obviously we did give up enough, and we did give up their opportunities for them to do what they to win the game and put it away. But I definitely like what our defense did. Will, what you got, man?
Yeah, truthfully, that was the. I really thought if we were going to lose the game, it was going to be because of our defense. I thought that if anything, it was going to be Dak shredding us through the air, and it didn't seem to happen. They were put into some tough situations at times. They held their own a little bit, way better than I thought. I think we've already said though, we have to make plays.
Yeah.
We cannot give them more opportunities to score, in the red zone. We were off the field on that stop on third down, and John Allen is caught for being offsides, and then we give up 6. That's a huge momentum, change. You get a big break like that, like we did, like you're running off the field saying, we won that series right there by holding them to it. You guys know this is such an emotional game. But truth be told, I can't talk much about the second half because this is a game. I said, if I keep watching this, I'm going to be really mad, and I have family in town visiting with us. And so I took my son to the park.
Yes. Hey, and ladies and gentlemen, I sat here. He said he was at the park, and I'm sitting here messaging him like, all right, this is what happened. We got the first down. We're doing this. Oh, they got a touchdown. Oh.
As soon as Cole Holcomb picked off it, I was like, okay, let me start paying attention. So
right.
He's going down the slide, and I'm looking at the score here, and then all of a sudden when it turned to we had the ball and we were driving, I flipped on Sirius and I'm sitting there holding it, listening. So as soon as and I just heard Bram Weinstein go, and that's going to be a fumble. We're going to lose the game. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
And then there it is. We're done.
So I didn't have to get so emotional because I was very quiet in the first half, but internally I was stewing.
Yes, that's how we all are. What you think, man?
This doesn't necessarily have to do with the defense, but just the whole team and the whole team. There was a whole bunch of momentum killers in this game, and that's what was really bothering me is when we were feeling ourselves, starting to get things going, then boom, deaded it. And I'm like, oh man. So back to the question. I actually I'm gonna split this up into two. First half, hated it. Honestly, it was just awful. I don't know what they were doing. And I mean, granted, they were tired from being on the field the whole damn time. Excuse me, because the offense couldn't stay on the field for anything. But I hated it. It was just not what we were accustomed to the last 4 weeks prior. So hated it. Second half, I liked it. And just to say, we were down 20? Did you say 24-0 at halftime?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, there's not enough momentum. Honestly, I just want people to understand this. It is so hard to get momentum when you're down like that. You know what I'm saying? To come back from that. That is so hard. So demoralizing. You really you're like, man, just hurry up and win. Honestly, I guarantee you there was a lot of people and it's cold outside too, bro. But for them to show up, I actually, guys, I'm gonna go second half. I love it. I really do. I love the defense. I love what they were doing. I love that they were able to come back and actually put up a fight, especially with all these plays on offense that were just, like I said, demoralizing. And it was started at the beginning of the game and it lasted all the way to the end. They just continue to do plays to really just make us not want to be there anymore. So honestly, full props to the defense. It's the only light of this game.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I absolutely got to agree. I absolutely got to agree. And I'm going to come back to you, Ab, on something that we discussed earlier in the season that definitely came about again. Gibson had a fumble, and he was benched from that point on for the remainder of the game. Like it, love it, or hate it, his benching.
real quick, because I really wanted to go back to the other subject real quick about our defense. I know everybody doesn't agree, but Landon Collins is doing his job, y'all. Honestly, Will, I wanted to point that out to you because you're definitely his biggest critic. And I just want to let you know, like, this man is putting in work, guys. What he had 1 interception, 2 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, this dude
like the first safety to do that in a while.
Yeah, like
years, yeah.
Like he's doing honestly, he doesn't want to play linebacker. He doesn't want to come up in the box, but you know what I'm saying? He's doing it. He's actually doing it. And like, dude, to me, honestly, I would love him to stay here again because he's our utility knife, man. And our utility, you know what I'm saying?
Weapon. Yeah.
That damn tool that you put in your pocket. Yeah. And
it's a Swiss Army knife, utility knife.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you, brother. But to me, I really wanted to give him props, give him his credit, especially on our show, because this dude is like I love the way he plays, man. And honestly, he's all good to be on our team next year with me. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, no, since they moved him to linebacker and changed what his responsibilities are, absolutely. He's been a completely different player. They got, he had that, he was playing deep on that one play that they got the pick, but they took him away from the coverage stuff. They took him out of his what he's weak at, and he's been making great plays. I'm all for it. Next year, we'll see. We'll look at what the cap goes. But I mean, like you said, he's had a complete turnaround in his season. And I will say this, I've been critical of him because I haven't liked what he's doing out there, but I'm not going to root for him to suck out there either.
Of course.
I want him to be good. I want
success.
I want him to justify that contract that they signed, that, kind of outrageous contract. And like I said, right now, he's COVID free and he's making plays. He's one of our stellar, our like stalwarts on defense. Right?
Let's go.
And I'm gonna put this out into the universe too. If Philly does not win this game, then honestly, with as many people as we got on the COVID list and the IR and our I'm trying to tell you, we're gonna have the water boy taking some snaps. If Philly does not win, bro, y'all need to forfeit the rest of the year. And I'm trying to tell you, you need to forfeit the rest of the year and get the number 1 draft pick. Like that's just exactly what it is.
Hold up,
maybe
gentlemen.
We can bring Team Tebow to join our team for this game.
Look, hey, gentlemen, get your physicals ready because they're about to sit here and have open tryouts. All right, I'm ready. All right, I'll be special teams.
I'm gonna be Mark Wahlberg, from the movie.
Vince Papali.
Yeah, let's go. I can dig it. Yo, I'm coming back to you, man. Gibson getting benched.
It's needed, guys. Honestly, I hate it because honestly, he's our best running back, especially with McKissick out, and it looks like McKissick might be out again this week. Like, to me, I've said it before, guys, this stuff is needed. It's the accountability of it all. And to me, we want him long term. I don't know how y'all remember was Matt Jones is that running back. Is it Matt Jones? Mike Jones.
We had a Matt Jones out of Florida, yeah.
So honestly, this guy, I see a lot of Gibson, them being like a similar player, and especially not being able to hold on to the ball. I think Matt Jones probably would have been on the team a lot longer if he didn't mess up. Like, this dude was actually a decent player, but to me, I just think it was a ball security game. I know it's not. It was before the Ron Rivera era and everything that I already understand that, but I'm just saying, no football coach, no head coach wants a running back that fumbles. I can't guarantee you your job, no matter how good you are, your job will be in jeopardy if you fumble the ball. You're supposed to be the one player that's flawless on this field. And honestly, I don't know what it is with Gibson. Like he's had a lot of not a lot, but a few bonehead plays, like running out of bounds when we're trying to run the clock out. Like you get what I'm saying? Like not like I think he did that like twice, twice in one after another in a week. You know what I'm saying? 1 week after another, and it's just to me, Gibson just needs to I don't know, maybe like sports psychology, see one of those like a sports psychologist or something like that, because or whoever taught Tiki Barber how to hold the damn ball up to his nipple, like right up here, like you know what I'm saying, like right under his throat, kind of like he needs to change something else, guys, because he can have all the talent and we will let him go in a heartbeat, because that is I guarantee you, no coach wants that on their team.
No, not at all. Hey, and Ab, piggybacking on what you're saying, hey, you and I both played the position. Okay, there's one thing that will get you on that bench quicker than anything else, and that's you putting the ball on the turf, on the ground. I never forget, we were up 30-something to nothing against W.T. Woodson, and just driving. We were beating them so bad that the crowd at the game was sitting there talking about other things. They weren't even paying attention to the game. And I went in there and I fumbled the ball, and I came over to coach, and coach didn't talk to me for the rest of the game. I had scored like a touchdown and like had 100 yards. He didn't say nothing to me for the rest of the game. You want to get on the bench, put that ball on the ground. And Ab, great point. Tiki, you saw what Tiki was like beforehand.
Yeah.
After he got it together, we know all the records that he set, destroying our defense. You know what I mean? And doing all the things he did. Hey, we saw it. I don't know if we all saw the movie The Program. You know what I mean? Where you carry the ball everywhere you go. That stuff is legit. Like, we might not have necessarily do that. I mean, me and you, Ab, but we still, it is the number one thing you learn. You can't do anything without the ball. You have to take it wherever you go. So this is we talked about the accountability. Go ahead. Yeah.
Real talk. I just wanted to add on to that. Like, well, just to put in perspective, you fumble the ball and you lose the ball, you come over to the sideline. And I remember when I told you that our head coach told us that we needed to be right there next to him, like so he didn't have to go look for a running back. I'm trying to tell you, it looked like you just talked about his mama, and he looked like he was about to fight you, kind of thing. If you fumble the ball, I'm trying to tell you, like he was like, it looked like he was like, I'm about to put the paws on you, like right. That bad. That's how bad it is when you fumble the ball. The coach can't even look at you.
That's true. Yeah, and because like Ab said, you want to be that guy. Like the coach turns around, you're right there. But if you're that guy right there after you fumbled, and then he turns around and looks at you, he's like, "Oh, are you? Did I tell you to get off the day?" You know what I
mean? He'd be ready to fight you, Will. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Especially coach. Yeah. Yo, so what do you think? Like it, love, or hate it, Will?
I hated it, and I didn't get to see much of the replay to see was it potentially a great defensive play, punching it out, or was it him extending it? Like, how did it happen? But Ab, you said it perfectly. This is becoming a trend, and it doesn't matter how much skill he has. He's not going to make it in the league if this is what if this is his MO. That if he cannot be trusted, with the ball, it's not going to happen. And it's even more crucial right now with McKissick out, because we don't necessarily have the guy they can really rely on from not just a running, not just a passing, but McKissick's our best pass blocker. That's also why he's in there on third downs. And there was a couple times that was some pressure with Gibson wasn't able to stop them. Mm-hmm. Would he really have stopped Michael Parsons barreling down on him? Maybe not. But if we're missing that part, we need all the help we can get. If he's not helping us there, he's not helping us. So I think it's concerning, and the fact that they've benched him now twice this year. Yeah, they're frustrated with him.
Yeah.
You can tell. You can definitely tell.
Yeah, it shows.
Like Ron Rivera won't put it out out there, but I'm trying to tell you, like, if you want to lose your job, this is sure as shit the way to do it, man. Right. Like he really. I might be something in his head, guys. I just I'm just trying to figure out because no matter like the defensive play or not, like some are like that, but still, like you really just like your first job is to protect the ball, second job is to run. Like not vice versa, not run, then protect the ball. Nah, like you need to protect the ball once it's handed off to you. Yeah. And it's just crazy that he keeps having this issue, guys.
Yeah, and to your point, Ab, that might be it. Because as you would I well know, you put the ball on the ground one time, and it's just like a drop. If you're a receiver, you get it once, and then all of a sudden you start thinking about that. That's why they tell you, like defensive backs and wide receivers, you have to have amnesia. You cannot remember the last play. Because if you remember that, that's going to be detriment to the future. And once you put the ball on the ground once, then you just think about that all the time. But look, we have got to move on because we talked about this offseason. Will, I'm coming to you. We talked about this offseason. One of the things that we worried about outside of our depth was injuries. Well, the only other thing that can really hit this team hard outside of injuries was the elephant in the room, COVID. COVID hits Washington. We have countless number of players out right now. Will, like it, love it, or hate it. Where you at, man?
I hate this.
Yeah.
I'm going to read 2 quotes from 2 different players on the Washington team. I got vaccinated, so I'm going to trust the vaccine. I'm not going to say I'm not worried, but I trust my body. Got a good diet, got a booster shot. Just do my best to stay available for this team. Now I got another quote from another player. I'm not a fan of it. I probably won't get vaccinated until I get more facts and that stuff. I'm not a fan of it at all. I haven't caught COVID yet, so I don't see me treating COVID until I actually get COVID. To who said number 2?
Montez. Is that Montez Sweat? Yeah.
Yeah. The first one was Shaka Tony.
It's too late. Like, it's too late after you get it, right? Like, I mean, there's people justifying, like, I got the antibodies, so I don't need to get the COVID shot. Like,
get out of here, man.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say, I don't think we know yet that Montez Sweat was the guy who did it, okay? But he is the first one that got it. We know he's unvaccinated. And now we're 18 players later that it's spread to. So we can't go out here blaming him on everything yet. But that was his mentality in August.
Yep.
And his coach begged him to get the shot. He begged Kendall Fuller to get the shot. And they didn't get it. Don't think Chase Young has it. Thank goodness he's out. So but if in this situation, that he can't be to blame for this. Our biggest concern was what happens to our defensive line if one guy gets it and spreads it through everyone. And right now, the only defensive lineman that I know of that I knew going into the season that I've heard of before is Deron Payne. Everyone else is going to be out there on Sunday.
Everyone else.
I don't know who they are. We're looking at our defensive backs are going to be Corn Elder. Don't know if you've ever heard of him. I never have.
Who?
Danny Johnson. William Jackson III. That's about all. That's where we're at right now at cornerback. This is crushing right now, and I think it's good. But right now, I think it's before we start panicking. I don't know if y'all heard this, but this is going widespread throughout the league. I think they said 75 cases right now
this week.
Yeah, and the Browns are going through this too. They've got not nearly enough, but they've got a lot. So today, the NFL was meeting with health experts to find out what about their protocols can actually be adjusted. Now they're in this like crisis mode, and essentially saying, if you've been vaccinated right now, you have to present 2 negative tests before the game. So for one, there is a chance that, and some of these guys, like Jonathan Allen's on the COVID list, but he has been vaccinated. So there is a chance he can play on Sunday. There's some of these other guys, there is a chance by Sunday they'll be okay. But the NFL is reviewing their protocols to say, maybe we only need 1 test for vaccinated players. Maybe we need to, look at how long do we make close contact people, if you're vaccinated, be out for. So there could be something coming with this that changes. And golly, who knows? Maybe if we're still out that many players, I don't think we can field the team necessarily right now. If we were able to get this bump, like wasn't the Steeler game bumped to a Monday because they had so many guys out last year? Maybe we can get a game or two.
I don't think they're doing that this year. If I remember correctly, I think they said there's going to be no postponement of games this year.
I think you're right.
Okay.
I do. The only thing I can wonder is if you look at what our overall vaccination rates, and if it's the vaccinated players that are still out, maybe that will give us some leeway. If overall they'd say, hey, you're out 10 guys and they're all unvaccinated, I can certainly see them saying, you made your choice.
Right.
Yeah. So here's the list. This is not the COVID list per se, but this is just the inactive list. Shout out to our guy, Mr. Moral Support, Mr. Anton Benson, who sent me this on Sunday.
There's Sunday. Got it.
Yeah. He sent me this on Sunday. So there's a couple more though, right?
Yes. For just off the top, Sammy
Allen.
Reyes, Cornelius Lucas,
Kyle Allen.
Allen, Ionitis. I think Tony too.
No, he's okay. I think he's okay.
Okay.
Bradley King, though, I don't know if he's on here. Bradley King got it.
Kyle Allen, that's the major one. Because that means we don't have a backup quarterback.
Yeah. And who they move? Did they move Shermer up?
Apke too.
Apke, yes.
Apke's out.
Yeah. I don't think they've moved Shermer up yet, but they're going to have to.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Allen may be vaccinated, which is why you don't know what's his status going to be for Sunday.
I think we were blessed to not have a Saturday or Thursday night game, guys.
Yeah.
Today, this week is when they started the Saturday night game. So
yeah. This is just a shit show right now.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Ab, what do you so I mean I already know, but where you at on this, man?
No, I hate this, man. Like we close to 20 people out, guys. Yeah. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
And that's only the COVID list. And to me, it's just that just to jump on what Will was saying is that if you have a leader, and it's safe to say that Montez Sweat is considered a leader on our team. Just people's nature. If a leader does it, there's a good chance everyone's going to follow him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so for Montez Sweat as a leader not to do the shot, everyone else is kind of almost the same way. And honestly, it's your right, it's your choice. And honestly, and let's just put it out there. You can still catch COVID with getting a shot. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get majority of those guys back. Like, I'll just say that. I wouldn't be surprised if we do. But it's the not knowing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you guys know this, but we're not even doing practices. Everything's through Zoom. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're they're doing practices through that way. So we're not like, there's a chance we're not even going to be ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being on the same page come Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's bad enough that we don't have 20. We're missing like 20 players, but it's like missing game plans. And like, there's only so much practicing you can do through the computer. Like there's only so much, especially with brand new people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say half of that list doesn't show up or they're out for Sunday's game. That's still 9 people, guys. That's still some starters, some reserve guys, but equally important to our game. So this was our fear. We all expressed it at the beginning of the season. It's really bad. And I'm almost happy that it's happening now as opposed to 2 or 3 weeks when we're in the thick of everything. Like, I think we may be able to come back from this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping. Our track record says that we won't, but I'm hoping you still have a chance to come back from this this mishap.
Yeah,
mishap. Let me just say that, guys, because honestly, I think we're all grown. You have personal responsibility, and the way you act, like I don't think you can afford to act so carelessly when you're around so many other people. So.
Right. Yeah. I hate this. I hate this because this. I mean, it's like you said, you were grown adults, and here's the bigger point for me. Going back to Montez Sweat, is that I understand. Look, I'm not going to sit here and automatically throw blame and cast blame on him, but at the same time, was he not the one that was sitting here saying that second quote? That was him. I knew that immediately. Wait till I get all the. Let me get all the facts. Let me get all the. What else do you need? You sound like Lamar, who got it twice in a year. Like, what else is it that you need to know? And so I can't go anywhere else but look at Montez Sweat. You know what I mean? And the fact that he has the broken jaw, finally gets back, and then all of a sudden you're on COVID. And we talked about that, kind of like, well, what were you doing? Because you weren't around us, then all of a sudden now you came back around us, and all of a sudden everybody now has COVID. So where's your head at, bruh? You know what I mean? And that, we all know how talented he is, and I'm not going to go this far right now, but that is something when it comes down to thinking about the team that, we don't need that type of stuff, man. If you ain't focused on the rest of the guys like this, and this is obviously something that your coach, who we all fought for a year ago, he is saying that he has been telling you from August and September that this is something he feel strongly about and something that's really serious to him, and you're not at least acknowledging that, and bro, I don't like this, and it stinks. And it's at the worst possible time. Yeah, what's up, man?
Oh no, go finish. I was just
saying it's at the worst possible time, but it's gonna lead me into the next thing. So.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just add this. I don't think he's the one that pushed it off to everybody.
Yeah.
One, there's they have groups, Sean. Like, how we used to break off into groups,
right?
Like position groups and everything like that. Like, if we're talking about the whole defensive line was wiped out and everything like that, then we're like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's quite a few defensive linemen in this group,
right.
But there's more players involved. To me, I'm thinking this might be a trainer or something like that, because where this rule is designated. What are you laughing at, Will?
We don't have a trainer.
Oh, yeah.
He's in trouble with the feds. But I get your point. It might be a staff member who's around everybody.
Yeah. No, but doesn't mean you don't have an assistant trainer. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's what I meant, bro. Shit. But
no, the assistant trainer's out with the feds as well. He's in much trouble. No, we don't. We have all these injuries, and we don't have a consistent athletic trainer around.
We have nothing. Wow.
But I do get your point. Yes, it could be a strength and conditioning coach who is around everybody.
It's somebody.
Like, it's in several groups. Yeah. So you can't just blame like one person, one area. That's where it came from. Like,
trade him now. Send him a first and Montez Sweat to Atlanta for Matt Ryan next year. Let's go. Let's go. Yep.
Wow. Somebody said that yesterday. You pick up Matt Ryan. Hey, interesting. Oh, we got something to talk about this offseason.
I'm scared what's going, like, we get Matt Ryan and the same thing happens like Alex Smith. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I love the experience, but a lot with experience comes wear and tear. So to me, I know it was a freak accident. It doesn't happen all the time, but I like, honestly, to get an older quarterback at this point in time, especially especially now, like, I just don't think an experienced quarterback is necessarily what we need, especially without drafting a quarterback.
We shall see.
Off season's going to be eggplant season. That's all I'll say.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Eggplant is in the building. Okay, look, if he can get past bowl season, ladies and gentlemen, where his team takes the L to my Tar Heels. South Carolina's going down in the Mayo.
Did you all just see what happened yesterday, Monday night? Did you see who transferred to the Gamecocks?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Spencer Rattler.
Do you see who's number 3 in odds right now in Vegas for the Heisman next year?
Look,
It ain't Sam Howell, I can tell you that.
That's good. That's good. We don't want any attention on us, baby. Let's go, Sam Howell. Let's get it. Hey, real quick. Let's do this real quick. One more thing. I'll start off. Chances at running the table. We talked about this a week ago. I said out of the 5 games we had, I said there's one we can lose. I think this was the wake-up call. This is the one we lost. That second half really gives me a little hope. So I think coming against Philly twice, when a team I don't believe in Philly and New York, and I definitely believe we can beat Dallas in the second time. I think we can win the next 4 of these games and go into the playoffs. Will, what do you think, man?
Not a chance.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we will be lucky if we win 3 or 4.
Okay.
And I say that even with not knowing what the COVID stuff is going to be. Just the team that we've got, the offense and sputtering. I mean, I know we won 4 games, but, there are times they weren't scoring that many. We scored 17 points against the Seahawks, 17 points against the Raiders. 3 or 4, I think, is our best case scenario. I'm hoping it's not 2. I think it might be 2. But yeah, 3 or 4, I think, is our best case.
I can dig it. Ab, what you think?
I have to agree with Will. I especially watching this last game, like it was just, like I said, demoralizing. Like you really, it was very hard to come on this show and say anything positive about our team, guys. It was very hard. Oh, yeah. So to me, it just like Will said, 3 or 4, best case. And to me, I think we should reflect on how we played Philly in the last game of last year. We were bad, guys. We were not good. Philly did their thing against us. That's when Jalen Hurts finally came in. And honestly, Peterson would still have his job if he kept Jalen Hurts in the game, guys. Just think about that. Right? He would still have his job. But at the same time, we wouldn't have been division winners if they kept Jalen Hurts in the game.
A lot of things would have been different.
What's up?
A lot of things would have been different because we would have been down at what, 10, 11, and 12 in the draft, right?
Right. We would have we probably almost
we could have probably picked up Micah.
Could have gotten Mac Jones.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just Philly's not a bad team. Like Philly plays good football, and especially with Jalen Hurts. I know people don't think so, but Jalen Hurts is doing his damn thing. And honestly, we have to play him twice. Like I said, 3 out of 4 is the best case scenario. I think more likely is 2 games. So
I can see it. I can absolutely see it. And I will be the wishful thinker in the group, but I absolutely agree with everything y'all are saying. So let's go. Appreciate that. Long like it, love it, hate it. But we have to move on because as we alluded to, week 15, we are playing Philadelphia in one of our final 4 games. We play these guys twice this week and 2 weeks from now. So, they're 6-7. We're 6-7. Technically, I believe we're 1 slot ahead of them, but we're all tied with that 6-7 spot. So, this is definitely a game that we need to win. And so we're going to go ahead and start off with our keys to victory. Ladies and gentlemen, in season 3, we will get the keys to victory down. We will have our keys. I will send keys to these guys. So, hey, like we said, actually, Ab, I'm going to go to you first. Keys to victory. What do you got this week?
Keys to victory, guys. I think we just need to play the football we were playing to win those 4 games straight. And, keep the score close, run the ball, no turnovers, possession clock, take strong hold of that, like 40-20, like we're doing, like we pretty much averaged in those 4 games, tell you the truth. But we just need to control and honestly, I'll add another thing is that when we have the opportunity to make turnovers, we got to take it. Yeah. The way that like we should have had probably like 3 interceptions, guys. It's just crazy that that probably would have turned the game around. That would have turned the motivation around. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, the game could have looked so much differently, but for whatever reason, these guys can't intercept the ball. Come on. Honestly, we need something to be excited about, and there was nothing to be excited about in this game against Dallas. You would think Dallas alone would be excitement enough to be hyped up enough in order to be out there, but we just could not get excited for the best of us, guys. And honestly, keep the ball out of Heineke's hand. Literally, we've said this almost every week. Heineke, he's doing the best he can, but he's not long-term, guys. He is not our long-term quarterback. So we just need to make him a game manager and just make sure that he does everything he should be doing for us to win the game. Not build his stats, win the game.
Will, what you think?
Yeah, so my keys are going to be, we have to contain Hurts. His biggest weapon right now is his running. He has almost 700 yards running with 8 touchdowns. And that provides that, he allows them to throw the defense off when it comes to how do they blitz him? How do they defend him? Do they spy him? So he's really, really dangerous there. He also has some very speedy receivers. Devonta Smith is having a really good rookie year. Really would be nice if our rookie receiver was having the type of year he was. Big difference in where they were drafted. I get it, but one has 6 catches on the year, the other one has 50. So we'll see how that's doing. They also got the other guy who's yeah, exactly. Another Tar Heel bust. That's what we got.
No! Cole Holcomb, baby. Cole Holcomb. Let's go.
Yeah. They also have another speedy receiver who doesn't have nearly as many catches as Smith, and he's not nearly the type of player, but he can run, and that's Jalen Reagor. So the pressure is going to be on our DBs. And right now, Kendall Fuller's not playing because he's unvaxxed, so he is not playing on Sunday. So we got William Jackson and then the rest of our cast of characters. So a little bit worried about that. I think we need to, like you kind of mentioned, we're concerned about Heineke. I think we need to get into that quick game early to throw off Philly's pass rush. They got a defensive line that can play. We talk about our defensive line, Javon Hargrave, Derek Barnett, Josh Sweat, Fletcher Cox, and even Hassan Ridgeway in the middle. They can play. All right. They can put pressure on us. They can stop the run, and they can take us out of the game that makes us successful, which is ball control running. And so we need to throw them off their game early so that we can establish that back. And then the last is Heineke needs to play within his scheme. He needs to recognize that he's got 60 minutes out here. So even if we start getting down, he doesn't need to start swinging it everywhere, a la Tony Romo out there. Just stay within the game, and we've got plenty of time to come back.
Yeah. No, I love that. And honestly, most of my stuff is piggybacking on your stuff. Honestly, like you said, I think we need to load the box. We need to make Hurts beat us with his arm, because I 100% agree. He beat us with his legs, and he was beating us with his legs in that last game last year. But at the same time, he was like 7 for 20, passing in that game. So we got to make him beat us with his arm. And then to go back on what we've been saying, when we have opportunities to end drives or make game-changing plays, we need to make them. Those interceptions, those offsides, random offsides penalties, or roughing the passer, whatever it is that keeps their drives going, we need to eliminate those mistakes. I think mistakes are what kind of got to us. The penalties at the wrong times, the stupid little things that we did. I think we need to eliminate those. And like Ab said, get back to what has been working. Okay, time of possession. All right, third downs. All right, keeping them off the field. Us running the ball. Figure it out. They need to figure this whole thing out with Gibson. Hey, maybe this is Patterson's time to shine. But, let's go. Let's go. Because I think there's still a shot. Because Philly is sneakily good. We've seen them put up, 40 against certain teams, and, they can get it done. And they can take the top off. No doubt. We've seen the speed that they have. But at the same time, I really feel like they're kind of in limbo like us. There's a reason why they're 6-7 as well. So we have the opportunity, but we need to have our players. You can't beat anybody if you don't have anybody on the field. So let's see who starts and dresses on Sunday, and let's go with it. I'm gonna lead right into that with predictions, and I will go ahead and start. I think this is going to be a low scoring game. I think this is going to be a 17-10 game that we're gonna pull it out. But it's not going to be pretty, and it's going to be a situation where we're going to pull it out late, on a late drive or something like that. Will, what you think?
So it's really hard to put a prediction on score on this on Wednesday night because I don't know who's playing.
Right.
But I think along with all of the COVID stuff and who comes back, which I think you're 100% right. We're going to get more back than we realize. The big key is going to be is Terry able to get out of concussion protocol? Mm-hmm. Because if he can't, I don't know how we're going to move the ball. And even still though, Darius Slay on him. I think it's going to be tough. I will also say though, like we saw on Sunday, somehow Ron and the guys find a way to motivate our players and get guys going. Yeah. And I saw something right before the show starts. We've beaten Philly 5 times since Sean Taylor dove into the end zone in 2005, I believe it was, to get into the playoffs in big games to beat Philly to win and get in. We beat him, and then I remember we beat him with Deshaun Jackson saying bye-bye to everyone in Philly with Kirk Cousins, and then we beat them last year. So maybe when it's like must-win games at Philly versus Philly, this is just we rise up. Today, I say we lose. I don't know if we're going to be able to muster it. I hope we get players back, and I'd love for them to get them motivated to beat us. But I think we're looking at a 22-13 Philly win.
Hey, to piggyback your point, man, I remember looking at the 1990. We all talk about the body bag game and how that was such a awful experience. But then we talk about. I remember hearing Charles Mann talk about the playoff game when they had to play Philly again, and he was like, "Look, they've never beat us for anything significant, and they're not going to start now. You know what I mean? Philly could beat us in the regular season, but when it comes to big name games, we have their number. So this game counts, and these next 2 count, next 3, matter of fact. So, Ab, what do you think?
To me, I think it's just too much to overcome, guys. I'm going to be honest. Ron Rivera motivated his guys after the half, but it was like too little too late. Honestly, the amount of guys we have, too little too late for them to come back and actually have an impact on this game. Guys, I'm looking at like 20-3.
Ooh.
Philly.
Ooh. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, brutally honest. Honestly brutal. Let me tell you, that's my guy right there. I'll take it. Hey, be realistic.
Well, fellas, I gotta get going. Connor was up there getting his final feeding before he goes and gets his first long stretch. I need to get a stretch of 3, maybe 4 hours of sleep tonight, maybe. So I do have to run.
That's all right, bro. That. Appreciate you being on here, Will.
It's fun to see y'all again, talk everything. I missed it last week. I listened to it. I had to listen and see how y'all did, but you did a great job.
Held down the court for you, buddy.
Take care, homie.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, buddy. No, I agree with you. at the end of the day, it's wishful thinking because I'm hoping all the people that do come back will kind of push us over the edge, and I'm kind of leaning on that Philly is struggling, but at the same time, yeah, you could be absolutely right. We didn't score anything in the first half, and honestly, they helped us with some of the interception and a lot of those things in the second half. So, yeah, there was nothing showing me that we're going to put up big numbers in this game. So,
right,
it's going to be rough. It is going to be rough. But look, real quick, let's go on into it. I don't know why we're going into this, but since he created a league, look at the smile that comes on your face, man. Now, waiting on, I know Nathan's going to be with us in just a little bit because he wanted to talk about his upcoming matchup.
Yeah, where is he?
He is coming. He's coming on soon. Let me bring this on. He just messaged me. So let's go into it right away. We're going to go ahead and talk about the playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, there's only 4 teams in the playoffs right now.
4 teams. And
so you might not see a familiar face, but it's okay. Maybe this year was rigged. I don't know. But I'm not in. I'm not in the winners bracket, ladies and gentlemen.
He just say that, y'all. Oh, sore losing ass.
It's a rough year for me, ladies and gentlemen. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Let's start with the consolation ladder right here. The number 7 seed, Washington Double Deuces, plays the 8 seed, Knights Rosario. And Dallas come back at 5. Yep, Janae, you didn't win them all. You might have won on Sunday, but you didn't win in here. You are the 5th seed against Delilah Team Crespo Perates in the consolation ladder. But we know why you're here. You're here to see the winner's bracket. The number 1 seed, Palmetto Skins, plays Show Me Your TDs, the 4 seed. But the number 2 seed, Baltimore Elite, who started off this season winless, has now come up against the commissioner, the number 3 seed at 9-5, the DMV Superman. Woo!
Tell him about it. Tell him about the gun line, boss. Tell him about the gun line. Like I'm trying to tell you, man. Where's Nate at so he can get all of this smoke right here, man?
Hold up.
Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna take over for a little bit. Just
come on now. Do you think?
All right. So we're going to look at it first play. So the only reason why Nate is 2nd place is because he was in a different division than I was. So I beat Nate twice this year already. When I say I beat Nate, I beat Nate. Like I beat him last week, right before the playoffs. I beat him without a tight end. So he's going to talk about tight ends and why we should only have 1 tight end. Nate, you don't even know how to play with 2 tight ends. So what you talking about, bro? What are we talking about, man? You can't even put me with 2.
Wait a minute. They called for him, and he's answering the call. Nathan, are you here?
What's going on? What's
up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we have said, the number 2 seed, Baltimore Elite, with this up and coming program, has coming now playing the number 3 seed, the DMV Superman, and I allowed your opponent Nathan to speak his mind about whooping you the last couple times you've met. But do you have something to say, man?
I've heard the trash talking. It's like The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock's going to get his win.
You that confident, Nate?
What'd you say?
Are you that confident?
I think I'm pretty confident. I made some adjustments. I had the opportunity to get Jamar Chase, but shot to Cam Crump. He I don't know what he was thinking. He cut him and then signed him back. And I was like, he was 7th on the waiver list, and I was 8th. So
and I must have been below both of you because I was gunning for him too.
Yeah, I think I saw him and I was like, oh, I have to get him. But no, I mean, honestly, like, my only concern is I don't think Jalen Hurts may play. Miles Sanders, they say he's still questionable. I don't know what's up with Myles Gaskin. I know he was like on the COVID list from last time I remember before they went on the bye week. Other than that, man, I feel confident. I feel like I got the best group of players out there that I can possibly put together. You just got to just see.
You're gonna have to figure it out. Now, I have to say now, we're looking at the projection. I don't know if you can see the screen. The projected total right now is for DMV Superman, Mr. Abloh, to win 173.4 to 170.9. And in that, I have to also talk about the previous matchups.
Thank you. There you go. Please do it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
In week 7, DMV Superman put up over 200 points, beating you 201.6 to 138.58. And week 14, this last week, they again got the W, 184.08 to 161.5. You know,
I don't think I had a full squad. I think most of my guys were on bye week at that point.
Bro.
You
the only one to experience bye week? Only one.
But just for the record, I started off 0-3. A lot of people doubted
You're the only person that
was going to be at.
And who didn't have? There's 2 tight ends. I had one tight end. Sean, check the police record. Like show last week's stuff, man. I didn't even have a player in at tight end 2.
You didn't?
I did not.
I didn't honestly. I mean, I didn't even pay attention this week. I've been watching the Wizards play like trash.
Here we go. Look, empty. I'm sorry. That player didn't like. That's not a player at all. Just so you know, there's no player named Empty. So that I did not have anyone in there, and I was doing what I do. Okay.
Wow. Oh my goodness. You know what? Oh man. You know, I think
you see my running backs. My running backs are going to win it all for me.
Ooh, Zeke and Mixon,
and Josh Jacobs, and my number 1 running back Swift is hurt, so he's going to come back in the playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
Just saying.
Nathan, do you have anything to say to this, man?
Money talks.
Hey, money talk. You're right. We just talk, all right?
Listen, I'm confident with my squad from where I started in the beginning of the season, 0-3, to where I'm at now. I never thought I would really get to be first place in the division.
Nate, you didn't hear us last week then, because I was giving you all the props last weekend.
I heard you. I just wanted to just gloat some more.
Oh, what are you gloating on, though? They're like 2 losses against your boy?
No, that the 2 losses is that I overcame Cam. I beat Sean. I'm sorry, Sean. I love you.
So no, we already know Sean ain't shit in fantasy. So
wow,
like,
wait a minute.
That's nothing to stand on.
What is this? Hey, we're the number 1 seed in the consolation ladder. You hear me? All right, in the NIT tournament. All right, don't start with me.
But I did have a question, because I did figure I was going to lose this week. Because Cam is also 8-6, but you said by the points that matters. So by default, I won the division.
Say that again. What's up?
Cam, he tied with 8-6, but I have more points than him.
Right, points for the first column.
So you won. Yeah, you won the division, because you can see you're third. You're third on points for over here, and he is 5th. So since you got the tie, you won the division.
You know what's ironic? Me and Ab almost made the most moves in our league.
You win though, because you were making all those drug deal. You were making all those drug deal trades. So you win on that.
46 and 42. Nobody else has more than 18.
Well, I just that just points to the I just want to thank the Academy. I want to thank Eric DaCosta, Ozzie Newsome, particularly Ozzie Newsome. Jerry Jones.
Oh, them all. You're just taking everybody.
Oh,
for
here
helping
we
me
go.
build a team.
Wow.
Hey, why don't you put in your boy Lamar Jackson? What's going on there?
No.
No, he's not going to play. He has a high ankle sprain.
They said it wasn't that high.
No.
Don't listen to him, Nate.
Won't you put in Darren Waller?
Oh no.
It don't matter. I still win. I already proved it last week, Nate. What?
Let's go.
I already proved it last week. What? I don't need two tight ends to beat you, bro.
Listen, like the great Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Let's go.
That's what I will do.
You have to beat me. You have to beat me in order to be the man. So,
and you know what? I'm guaranteeing you will get your ass whooped this weekend. The Baltimore Elite are coming.
Let's go.
They're not going anywhere. You see that? You see that logo? Big Dame Woody. We ain't going nowhere.
Let's go.
I'm crying. Oh my god.
The spotlight on Superman, the light will blow out.
No. Let's go. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not know this man played his first fantasy season this year, Mr. Nathan Snell. He was asking us as we were drafting what to do, what to go, and he was silently biding his time. This man went 0-3, okay? And we all thought he was done.
Yeah.
And he just slowly played his game. Hey, shout out to you, Nate.
The only thing I wish I would have played some more fantasy football during some other leagues when I had the opportunity. Yeah. But I can't wait. I cannot wait. Whatever happens this weekend, like I can't wait to do it again with you guys next year. So.
Oh yeah. And Nathan said he's gonna try to commission his own league, so he can make his own crazy rules.
I mean, he can do it. I'll still beat him in that one too.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So create another one so I could beat your ass there too, bro.
Bring it. Listen. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Let's go.
I just said I would, bro. I'm all in, man.
Anthony said Nate talking more smack than a Monday Night Raw promo. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm coming for you.
So how does the league, the other league work? So is it like the same like our league, the winner bracket? Does it work the same?
Mm-hmm.
What other league?
So like the league, Sean, the other bracket, Sean, Janae, Nick, and Delilah are in.
Oh, it don't matter because they have losers.
No,
so
obviously he wants to know about that league. So let's talk about the consolation ladder. Yes, the 7th seed Hernan Double Deuces. All right, get to play the 8th seed Knights Rosario, and in the 5th seed Dallas Comeback gets to play the 6th seed Team Crespo Prates in the NIT tournament. All right.
So you won a tournament.
Yeah, we're coming in for this tournament to see who's going to be the 5th best team because we still can't be.
So it's not like the Big Ten or the ACC.
We're like in Division II right now.
Right? Yeah. Best that they can the constellation ladder. The best they can do is like 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're pretty much done.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Like
so when you lose, is your season just over? Correct.
Who?
It's just when if you lose. So like for example, if Will or Cam loses, you're done for the year in fantasy.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you still got 3rd place. Like there's a 3rd place bracket just below the championship one. You don't see it? Or I'm sorry, you can't.
This one?
Oh, now I see it. Oh, okay.
No, you scroll up, Sean. It's in the middle.
Oh, that one. That's right here. Yeah.
Oh, got it.
That's the winner's consolation ladder. So
yeah, that's for 3rd place.
Yeah.
Got it.
Now, Nathan, if you see this line right here,
yeah,
all of us below this line, it's like a chasm. We can't get above this line. All right. But once you lose and get into this winner's consolation ladder, you can't get up here. So see, there's tiers, okay?
Right.
Tiers of hell. And we're back here in the basement. And you guys are up here in the pleasure palace in the playoff run.
Next year, next year though, I'll make it one list though instead of two different divisions.
Okay.
So I'll definitely change that up.
Okay.
Good. Because next
Let
year,
me know what you want to do. Because I think you should do this league, and I could do one. We all be in all like 2 leagues all together.
It's okay. I told you I'll beat your ass there too. I'm all about dispersing ass whoopings, man. Ask
my goodness gracious.
Hold on, wait a minute. For a guy that say he's ass whooping, he let Will Kramer take the #1 seed.
Hey man, I made the playoffs. How are you talking mess on another person's team?
No, I'm not. You talked about how you were going to be the dominant team draft day, and then all of a sudden, like I'm waiting for that dominance. Like you said you're going to be the best team in this league.
Everyone said that.
I also said that.
Thank you, John. Tell them that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
no wait. We got
the Dallas Cowboys coach. Like, what else are you supposed to say? You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna say we're gonna win.
Yeah.
I gotta address a comment, John Lenny
what's
said.
Your response to someone who says that Barmley is your team's kryptonite?
So what he said, what's your response to this? If somebody says the Baltimore leads are now, John, I don't know if you know. We need to go back. Baltimore Elite has lost 2 matchups. Let's
do the replay. Let's run it back. Let's run the replay back.
Let's actually let me get to
Do we know if Carter for the Jets is playing, or is he still on IR?
I think he's on IR at the moment.
So okay, that's what I figured because they had him projected to have 14 points.
Yeah, so
that's 2 though.
John, if you
right,
here's the projections, John, and here is the previous 2 matchups. So maybe
can you click on that first one? I can't remember who was on that team. I think that was around the team. I think that was around that was started. I just was like, okay, I got to make some changes. I think I had Lamar starting in that game too. That one I had. Yeah, Derrick Henry on the IR. I didn't have a tight end. Yeah, that was the bye week. That was terrible.
You didn't have a tight end.
You had Hooper for 6.2. Diggs was on bye. Who was on your bench?
Herbert was on a bye week.
Oh, Derek Carr. Oh yeah, you didn't have any bench. That's when you had 3 defenses.
You were hard up. You were hard up, but we all were hard up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, but even if you had everybody, though, App scored 200 points. So
no, I think
200 points is 200 points. Sean, scroll down a little bit. Let's see my bench real quick. I wasn't looking, man. See, there was
Saints D.
George Kittle was on the IR.
What's up?
You had George Kittle on the IR
because he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt half the year. This is mid-season.
This
is
week
not right
7.
now.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to think. When did he get hurt?
Let me look. What I'm doing is working. Okay, let me control my team because obviously what I am doing is absolutely fine, bro. Okay, so I know how to be strategic with my shit.
I seriously, I forgot. I didn't know when he got hurt.
He was hurt half the year.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a good matchup, though. I think Matthew Stafford will have a better game than I just don't know if Jalen Hurts is playing because he said he's questionable.
No, I honestly I think you're right. Like especially this last game, we played a lot closer too. So honestly, this is what the playoffs are for, though. Like honestly, guys show up that haven't really showed up all year. So It's just how you finesse your roster. And just so you don't think I'm making stuff up, since you guys swear that I don't tell you guys shit, this is 2 weeks So if you beat me this week, does not mean you move on. It's the 2 weeks added together, Nate.
Together, right?
You understand that?
Right. No, I understand.
Playoff weeks, yeah.
Yeah, playoffs.
Yeah. So it's this week you got to play, and then next week you got to play, and those week the scores combined.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So even if you beat him in this week,
It's still next week.
No, I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it. I saw the on the playoff bracket and on the app. I was like, okay, so we got 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sean, I wish you were there.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time on the show where we have to get ready to go. The comments, ouch. Yes, that one's tongue. That one hurt a little bit.
Who said that?
John said that. He said, look, and then Anthony said, "Oh, all of a sudden, my bad. I thought this was a call and response, like the millions and millions." Let's go. Hey, Big Hub 98 said, "Ha, yeah, buddy."
Is that Eddie?
Is that
Eddie?
Is that Eddie Hubbard? Big Hub.
Was it?
I don't know. I don't know if that is. If that is, hey, Eddie, if that's you, what up, boy?
What's up, homie?
Hey,
What's up, homie?
Congrats on the new upcoming addition to the family, my man. Yes,
Hell
sir.
Yeah, brother.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. And all the things you're doing, man. So yeah, shout out to you, no doubt. Well, look,
let me add this. Eddie is doing his thing, you guys.
Yes.
This is a little free publicity for you, bro. So just know, just so you know. Hey guys, Eddie is doing his thing. He cooks his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I live in Waldorf, so I'm not able to experience it myself. But the first chance I get to be able to come up to Northern Virginia, I'm going to see him. Yes. He be posting all this food, y'all, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm fat, but I'm trying to get double fat for this. Like I'm trying to this food looks so delicious, guys. It makes the type of food that makes you drool from looking at the picture. Yo, go see my man Eddie, man. He is doing his thing. He is doing his thing, guys.
I gotta check it out.
We're gonna attach Eddie his Facebook page, so you guys can go holler at him. And me, Eddie, and Sean, we go way back. We go way back. So I'm trying to tell you, like this dude, like he's one of our football brothers, and honestly, a great man. And even better father, guys. This dude is holding this down for his family. So y'all support this man. We need to support each other. So let's go support this man. Let's do this, guys.
Absolutely.
No doubt. No doubt. Yo, Anthony said, is that the burrito taco dude? Yes.
Yes,
it is. Yes, it is.
Yes.
My dude. Look.
Did you drool from watching the picture?
Right.
Then
right.
It is. It is.
So I'm gonna need to hey, you think, if he can do it, we get it done. Look, I posted a video when I had eaten it, and those burrito taco, boy, come on now. That was melting your mouth, not in your hand. That joint was so good, boy.
Let's support each other, guys. Go out and see Eddie, man. I think I'm not too positive, but I think he goes in Sterling a lot. So go support my man, guys.
Now we do have to address something really quick. We do love our guy Eddie, but he is also a diehard Philly fan. So,
Coinky Dink.
Hey, we'll see you this week, baby. Let's go.
Eddie.
Let's go.
Eddie, I'm trying to tell you, you probably missed it earlier in the show. If you guys don't win this game, y'all should just forfeit the rest of the year and take that number 1 spot. I'm trying to tell you, we do not have anybody on our team. I just got a call from Ron Rivera. He wants me to play tight end. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, man.
Funny.
He want me to come out there, play tight end, and then play defensive line because I got this belly now, so he think I can't move. But I don't know if you guys remember, but I played a little defensive line back in the day when I was like $170.
Right.
I can still do it. I
There you
can
go.
still do it.
Let him know. Let him know. Hold up, man. Hold up. Because you know my dude was out there dominating, man. I gotta show love. I always gotta show love. I want y'all to notice how my man was never going down lightly. Okay, always fell forward, just dominate. And you see that one play where he got jammed up at the line, but you saw vision. Okay, because he busted off to the left, and he took it. All right, now what you don't see is the sidelines, because I was over there like, let's go, let's go.
Sean, where's your videotape at? We need to go. We need to embarrass you some, okay?
You know, here's my video. This is my junior year. I wasn't on the field much. If you notice, on one play, I'm one of the guys that's running across the field, and another play, I'm hitting the handoff. Nathan, this is top tier backup running back. Here you go. Now, I bet you're asking.
I like it.
Well, which one is Sean? Is Sean number 8 that was running all over the place? No. I was number 22. In the first play, I was on the sidelines, hopping up and down with the towel. On the second play, I handed it off to the guy who made the big play. And on the third play, I got the run in there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just glad to be on the field, baby. Let's
go.
Yo, Hub said we better come play. Y'all dressing 15 players or something, right? Yeah.
We have players dressing both ways, guys. Like, I'm trying to tell you, do not be surprised if you see Deron Payne playing some guard. These guys are going to play both ways. It's going to be dumb. Like high school players dumb.
Yeah. So if you see number 22 and 33 come up on that field, you know what it is.
You already know. Already know.
But I'm gonna tell you this: as soon as I look at the account and my check cleared, I got the injury. I'm down, coach. Hey, I'm good. I'm down, coach. I can't play. I'm out. IR. I'm on IR. I put myself on IR, coach. All right, Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to get out of here. Eddie, thank you so much for joining us, man. We got to hit you up next time we come on so you can watch the whole thing with us, man. Yo, we absolutely appreciate all of you that are with us. Anthony Handy is on here. Who we got? John Lenny was watching us. Dave, a lot of these people, all of our guys getting in there watching us, man. We so appreciate you taking the time and getting into this. Yeah, we appreciate this is why we do it. And hey, shout out to our guy, Mr. Will Kramer. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Yeah, buddy.
Don't ever do that again.
I know. I was thinking about that one also. I was like, dang.
I let the eggplant thing go, but just don't ever do that shit no more.
Yo, new year, I'm getting new names, man. We're going to work it out.
It's going to be a meme, Sean.
Yo, I got to shout out my guy. I got to shout out my guy, Mr. Nathan Snell, who helped Anthony Handy and Delilah Crespo last night on Let's Talk Football, the round table, and did a heck of a job. I appreciate you guys.
Great show.
Thank you.
Definitely doing that. So, hey, we appreciate you guys. Look forward to this matchup. Baltimore Elite playing this guy over here, Mr. DMV Superman. And also pay attention to the consolation ladder, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody worried about that shit, man. Nobody worried about 5th place.
Hey, 5th place, baby. We're going 5th place.
5th place.
It's the Mega Bowl.
Do we know who got 5th place in the NCAA tournament last year?
If it was me, we would know. All right.
I don't know. Have no idea.
Yo, let's get it. Yo, we got to let you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're so glad we've had so much fun. We can go on all night, but we got to cut it short. For myself, Mr. Sean Spencer, my guy, Mr. Ab Lowe, and you see who it is down here, Mr. Nathan Snell and Will Kramer also, and all of you, the Loves. We love you and appreciate you. Hey, we will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Yay.
Baltimore Elite.
Oh, wow. Look
Lord,
at this.
Here we go.
It's right.
We need all the motivation, y'all.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I got to go out and hold up.
Come on. The Lion. The Lion. New music so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.